Hey, everybody. I'm Lisa Stone of Parenting Aces. We are coming at you live this morning with Luke Harden of 21 Ace Tennis Events. Luke, welcome. You're in Columbus, Georgia, I take it.
Yes, thanks for having me on. Yep, I'm tuning in from Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah, it looks a little overcast there today. It's overcast and rainy in SoCal today, too.
Yes, I'm here at Cooper Creek Tennis Center, the venue of our next tournament, and it's overcast. It's a nice day though. People still playing.
That's good. That's good. So, just to let our audience know, you and I kind of connected through social media and decided to partner up because you're putting on a whole slate of UTR based events, and a lot of them have prize money. And with all of the stuff going on with USTA right now, families are looking for alternatives to USTA tournaments. The ranking system's messed up. Tournament directors are going a little crazy right now, trying to figure out the new platform, which hasn't been working. They've been going back and forth with Tennis Link. It's just a big mess.
Right.
And so you've stepped up, and sorry, I'm losing my earpiece here. You've stepped up and created a whole slew of events on the UTR platform. A lot of them have prize money attached to them, and best for Parenting Aces audience, you're offering a discount to our free members, but also a different discount, a bigger discount for our premium members. And I'm going to just throw up right now. Here is the link to sign up for the Cooper Creek event through Parenting Aces. And if you do that and you use one of these discount codes, then you can get a great entry fee that's a lot more affordable. So tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start these events and what you're hoping to accomplish.
Absolutely. So yeah, I grew up like your son, playing a lot of USTA tournaments throughout the Southeast, mostly. Never really played much elsewhere, but I played a lot of tournaments, and I knew how expensive it can be, how time consuming it can be. 38 weekends out of a year. You're on the road going to tournaments. So I know what it's like to be a player, and I got a taste of what it's like to be on the other side of things through working with Columbus Regional Tennis Association for many years here in Columbus, Georgia. So I wanted to run some events. Always had a passion for tournaments because I love playing in them, and I just loved going to tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to do that on my own, put on some of my own events. So I launched 21 Ace Tennis Events LLC, which is a tennis events and tournaments based business, and started running events in 2020, kind of in the heart of COVID. So it kind of got derailed there, but I'm still trucking along, and I got this collaboration with Noel P. Walsh out of Ireland, who runs tennisinvestor.com. We are collaborating on this USA Tennis Tour, which is offering a lot of events all around the USA for high performance, advanced, and high level tennis players looking to play collegiate tennis, professional tennis, and anything in between. So we're putting on a string
Awesome.
starting in Georgia, and going to try to fill that gap that for the kind of the top 5,000 in the world for men and women, and the people that don't have as many opportunities to play.
That's fantastic. And like I said, there's such a kind of disconnect going on, especially with junior competition
Yeah.
through USTA. And one of the things I think is so cool, Luke, is we talk a lot on Parenting Aces about this whole thing of life lessons learned through tennis and how you can parlay your junior tennis experience into other opportunities as you get to college and beyond college. And one of the things that I think is so cool with you is you've parlayed your own junior tennis experience now into a business as an event manager. And I think it's really awesome. It's, junior tennis doesn't just mean you have to go play in college, or doesn't just mean you have to go on the pro tour. It can mean a career as a club manager, a club owner, an events manager, working in the industry. So lots of options there.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about the particulars of your events. What sets them apart?
Yeah, so this USA Tennis Tour in particular, and 21 Ace events in general, We started in COVID, so we've been, very safe, requiring masks at the events, social distancing, hand sanitizer on court, recommending people to wash their hands every hour or hour and a half. So we're definitely taking a safe method, and we're trying to create a more inciting and exciting event for players. So we're catering lunch, and we're doing things that people like to see, and we're doing raffle prizes, and raffle tickets, and giveaways, and things that people can remember. So we're trying to really create a set of events that people can stand out with. That they remember, they want to come to next year. So we're trying to also look at the cost reduction side of things for players. The hotel stays, the gas to and from, the airplanes, the shopping when you're in another town, the movies, it all adds up. For yourself, it can be
I sure do.
to $1,000 for a weekend. There's no telling. Depending on where you're going. So we're looking at that. We're trying to provide hotel discounts for players, cost reduction things on the food when you're in town. Discounts at local movie theaters, local shopping. So there's all kinds of things that I know from personal experience that people need to do and want to do when they're out of town. And it could be enjoyable and competitive is the idea. And we're really trying to take care of players. The players come first in our events is the
I
essential.
love it. I love it because, when I was growing up, tournaments were something special. They weren't as prolific as they are now. You didn't play every week or every other week. There were, set number of tournaments available. And when you signed up and you went, it was a special thing. There were, each tournament had unique t-shirts, unique trophies,
Absolutely.
unique parties, social events attached to them. And I think, certainly through my son's junior tennis career, we didn't experience much of that. It was kind of a grind, honestly. You go to a tournament and it's just like every other tournament. You see the same faces. The t-shirts start to be very generic. The trophies start to be very generic. There's nothing really that sets it apart from any other event. And I love that one of your goals is to create this whole experience around junior competition and offering families not just the on-court tennis experience, but also kind of the immersion in the local community and, promoting the local community, which we know from watching what goes on down in Mobile at the Mobile Tennis Center. That tennis facility has a huge impact on the Mobile, Alabama economy. And they publish that data every year. The Mobile Tennis Center shows anybody that goes and plays there, it is up on a board, and you can see the impact that tennis center and its related events have on the local community. There's no reason that tennis can't impact other communities the same way.
Right.
And you are bringing that opportunity.
Absolutely. That's the idea. Is we're trying to not only make tennis available, but we're trying to bring commerce to these cities. Through these events.
Right.
When you have 1,000 people coming to an event, that impacts the city. I mean, there's hotel stays, there's swiping the card at gas stations, you name it. It all happens right here. So for that period of time, so it's really an advantage that we have is that we are taking that route. We're going to the Columbus Parks and Recreation Department and the Opelika Parks and Recreation Department, and we're trying to establish relationships to where we can say, hey, we're not just trying to use your tennis facility. We're trying to bring value back to the city or to the city or more value or whatever it may be. And absolutely, we're taking the junior route. We'd love the juniors to come out. I had a lot of juniors in my Georgia Open, and I love to see the adults and the juniors mingling. So many years I was going to these tournaments, and it's like where are the adults?
Right.
Where are the older people? So it's always kind of segregated and kind of separated. So we're trying to bring people together, in that level. You know, a 56. I've played plenty of old men that have whooped my butt around the court. You know,
You
so
better not be saying a 50-year-old's an old man, because I'm going to have to just cut you off right there.
compared to me, you know, when I was 18, you know, I played plenty of 65-year-olds, you know, and
There
they
you go.
things like that. So there's no reason that you know a 12-year-old shouldn't compete against a 50-year-old or whatever.
Sure. And I've talked about this a lot ever since UTR kind of came on the scene is, there's a lot that a junior player can learn from a crafty adult player. And even for me, I'm in my late 50s now. I get on the court with somebody in their 70s, and I'm seeing how they're compensating for maybe not being able to move as quickly or as well. And so they've developed all of these shots that drive me absolutely batty, and
Yeah,
I have to learn how to compensate for that. Why shouldn't a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, an 18-year-old benefit from having to learn how to compete against maybe a non-traditional player that has tools that allow them to really be successful out there?
absolutely, exactly. You know, as long as they're, you know, we're trying to, you know, as long as they're in that level, you know, that, you know,
Exactly.
exactly, yeah.
So when you do your draws at your events, do you have multiple draws, or do you set a UTR range for entry and that's that?
Yeah, so you know, I kind of take the entries in, and I sometimes I have more divisions than others. For instance, in the Georgia Open, we had I think 13 divisions. So
Wow.
I kind of split it up between advanced and intermediate at that point.
Hmm.
But I also had you know junior singles, junior boys singles, junior girls singles. So there was lots of opportunities for people to play because it was a smaller event. There was I think 42 players.
Hmm.
We did round robin, so everybody had a,
Nice.
and you know I made those extra draws for the ones that only had like 2 or 3 in their draw, so they could get you know 4 or 5 matches during the weekend. So there was you know
So they were allowed to register for multiple divisions.
right. So basically, they signed up for the division they intended to play initially, which might have been junior girls singles or junior boys singles. But once the registration closed and I was developing the draws, I created you know a junior boys, a junior girls, and a co-ed juniors. The
Gotcha.
boys and girls together, and all the juniors could play each other. Kind of those 5 or 6 that I had. So what was I saying before that? But so yeah, there was lots of opportunities for people to play lots of matches.
Yeah. And that's the key, right? I mean, you spend the time and money to travel to an event. It stinks when your kid loses first round. There's no back draw. There's no other opportunity for them to compete that weekend. Meanwhile, you're stuck away from home, and
Right.
now what? And one of the things you're doing to address the now what is offering discounts to different things in the community, partnering with businesses, restaurants, movie theaters, etc. And, another way that families can really maximize their tournament experience is in the downtime, or once your kid is out of the event, going to visit local college campuses if college tennis is a goal, right? So I think, one of the things you're doing is really taking tournaments back to that notion of this isn't just about the tennis. Yes, the tennis is the main event, but there are also other things happening in conjunction with being here for our tournament.
Yes, exactly. Taking the city in, you know, like you said, going to local colleges, maybe touring local parks. There's tons of stuff that families can do together, and that's you know I was always traveling with my mom and my sister and my dad, and we was always you know looking for things to do. When we traveled with friend groups, we would look for local Starbuckses and Barnes
Yeah,
and Nobles and just like shops to go look around in because there's downtime. You know, even if you're still playing the tournament, you sometimes you have you know 4 hours to your next match
right.
or the next day. You know, you're done for the day. You know, you're gonna do something that night. So there's lots of things that could be done off the court, and that's another thing we're trying to bring in local people that are familiar with high school tennis and college. Let me see, local tennis, college tennis experts like David Smith and Marcus Dayton. they're involved. They've shown interest in coming out to events and doing like little expos or networking events to teach coaches how to be better coaches, better high school coaches. Maybe do a high school showcase is what we're developing, a college showcase. So we're trying to be a pathway from maybe middle school tennis to high school tennis to college tennis to pro tennis, or like you said, junior tennis to NAIA, and then to the private sector coaching or whatever. We are a pathway. If you love tennis, if you love to play tennis, we are the pathway to get you where to go.
Right. And I want to just throw out there that anyone that signs up for a 21 Ace tennis event also can join Parenting Aces as a premium member at a discount. So for those of you watching, if you're not a premium member yet, which means you can't take advantage of the discounted entry fees for Luke's events, but if you sign up for one of Luke's events, then you get a discount code to join Parenting Aces as a premium member. The next 21 Ace tennis event, you get that discount code. So it's a win-win.
Absolutely. Yes. If you go on to our website on UTR 21 Ace Tennis, which is linked, Stone has it linked below, you'll read where you can sign up for our events and code to sign up for her Parenting Aces as well.
Okay, so hang on. I'm putting the link to your club page. Let me just show that real quick. Sorry, my computer's going bonkers here. Okay, there we go. So this is the link to the 21 Ace Tennis Events page that will show all the 21 Ace Tennis Events tournaments, not just the Cooper Creek Open, which is their next one coming up. And so if you click on this link, you can go to their page, you can see the upcoming events. It'll take you to a place to click and register for those events. And again, if you're not a premium member of Parenting Aces yet, sign up for one of Luke's events, get a discount code to become one of our premium members, and then get a discount on your next event with Luke and 21 Ace Tennis.
Yeah, I was looking at that, and I was gonna say, if you are a premium member of Parenting Aces, you can sign up for the Cooper Creek Open, which gets you entry into 3 divisions, so 2 singles and 1 doubles, for $70 less than everyone else will pay.
So it's no piddly discount. This is significant savings here. This is the link up on your screen now for the Cooper Creek Open. And for our members, these are the discount codes. If you're a premium member, you use P-Aces-P. If you're just a free member, you use Parent-Ace, and that gets you the discount off of multiple divisions with the Cooper Creek Open, which is really cool. Luke, what else do we need to know about your events and what's coming up next for you?
Yeah, so I guess we could talk about the next event, March 25th through 28th, here in Columbus, Georgia, Cooper Creek Tennis Center, that Cooper Creek Open. It's part of the USA Tennis Tour. It's a cash prize event, men's, women's, singles, doubles. And also there's a secondary singles event. So like I said, when you sign up for singles, you're really signing up for 2 singles events. So if you lose in the main draw of the main event, you get automatic entry into the second singles. So it's kind of like consolation, but it's not a back draw. It's another main draw. So that's another chance to win prize money. When you show up, you can sign up for additional events like team tennis. And we're doing a sort of, social media campaign where we're doing interviews and kind of press conferences with players. And that's going on to Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all over. So tons of exposure there. March 25th through 28th, Cooper Creek Open, Columbus, Georgia, Cooper Creek Tennis Center. Sign up today with the link in Parenting Aces.
Let me throw it right back up there. There we go.
Yes. What's next is just more of this USA Tennis Tour. We're locking down venues in Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. We're starting kind of in the lower half of the United States, so from California to Florida. We're trying to put some events in 2021. So, we're starting here in Columbus, Georgia, March 25th through 28th. We have plans to be over in Mobile area in April. We have plans to be, up in the Atlanta area very soon. We have plans to be down in Florida in the next coming months. We have discussions with people over in Los Angeles and Texas. So we got a lot of events, that are going to be rolling out onto the schedule. But yeah, this first event is kind of the launch, the kind of our getting our feet wet, with this USA Tennis Tour. I think I texted you our new logo, so that's cool.
You did.
So that just went up on our Instagram. So make sure you follow us at 21 Ace Tennis on Instagram. But yeah, more 21 Ace Tennis. We have a collaboration with 3030 Tennis. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he
Yeah,
posts on our Facebook page all the time. So
yeah.
yeah, love 3030 tennis.
Yes, we are starting to do some 3030 events, I believe, this summer. So that's exciting. We have.
And for those, let me just throw it up there. For those who aren't familiar with 3030 tennis, it's just a format, a scoring format where each game the score starts at 30 all instead of starting at love, it starts at 30 all, and you call out 30-30, hence the name, and then you play from 30 all each game, which puts players in a pressure situation more quickly, gets the match played more quickly, and it's a great developmental tool. It's also a great tool to use when there are weather delays or other interfering factors with an event going forward. I like it so much better than the short sets. I hate the short sets, and I hate no ad scoring, which those of you who have been following me a while, you know how I feel about that. But the 30-30 scoring kind of, marries traditional scoring with an ability to shorten matches, put players in pressure situations more quickly, more often, which for their development is what you want.
Yeah, the 30 all point is always, so important. So for that to be the first point of the game, I kind of, I never kind of thought about it that way, but that's true. I mean, it's great training for, when you get into these big tournaments and it starts at 0-0 and then you get to 30 all and then you got to say, okay, if I lose this point, it's break point. If I win this point, I could win the game, or
Yep.
really like focuses you in from the jump. Sometimes the first point is like, oh, you got down love 40 and then he held or whatever. So it's really, I like it a lot. So yes, that's coming out. Partnerships like what we have with Parenting Aces are rolling out every day. We're getting more partners and more collaborators. If you're interested in playing a 21 event or a USA Tennis Tour event, if you're interested in organizing an event in one of your locations, contact us. We're always looking to speak with you.
What's the best way to contact you?
Yeah, so if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook at 21 Ace Tennis, my contact information is there, email, phone number is there. Make sure you're following us, and the contact information should have my email and my phone number. We're rolling out 21acetennis.com. It's still in the works. We're putting a lot of effort into it, a lot of thought into it. It's kind of a bigger website, so there's a lot to do on it. So that's coming out very soon. But yeah, just more of the same. Trying to put out some more events and make more tennis available to more people.
Love it. I know all about putting out a new website. We are still working the kinks out. There's little bugs here and there, even though we launched the beginning of January. Now we have our new shop online with our merch, and I found a kink there this morning. I mean, it's never ending. So life in the world of tennis, it's right now it's promotion, because we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with COVID. Hopefully, by the end of the summer, everybody's going to be vaccinated and be back out playing, and everything's going to be open, and we're going to get to hug our friends and shake hands at the ends of matches again and do all those fun things. But in the meantime, check out 21 Ace Tennis. Again, I'm going to put the link up for the actual club on UTR so that you can see all the events that Luke's putting on. And the next event is coming up next week, this coming weekend.
March 20th through 28th. Not this weekend, but the next.
Oh, 2 weekends. So sorry. Yeah, I need to look at a calendar.
Yeah, starts on a Thursday, ends on a Sunday. And we're also rolling out an event that will start right after that one ends. So that's coming out very soon today. It's going to be posted today. So it's kind of an event after the event. But yeah, if you're not following USA Tennis Tour on Facebook and Instagram, make sure you do that as well.
Fantastic. And the link that, sorry, the link you're seeing on your screen now is the link to get the Parenting Aces discount off the Cooper Creek Open. So make sure to check that out. And again, here are your discount codes to sign up. If you have a junior player or a college player that's looking for a competitive opportunity, we're handing it to you on a silver platter with a discount.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, if you play tennis in Georgia, USA, you definitely have to play in this event. And if you're playing, in Alabama or Florida, it's not too far from you as well.
Absolutely. Well, Luke Harden, thank you so much for joining us and sharing 21 Ace Tennis. Thank you for having Parenting Aces as one of your partners, and we look forward to doing lots of great work together.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And yeah, this is me tuning in from the venue. This is where we'll be playing March 25th through 28th. So that's exciting.
It is exciting. Good luck with everything. And I'll see you very soon, I'm sure, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and in my text messages. We seem to be in touch all the time. So love it.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.